All right, Dr. Douglas McCauley. Folks, have you ever heard the term de-extinction?
Oh,
Audience,
sure.
I'm talking to you.
Oh.
No? Okay, Dr. McCauley, what is de-extinction?
Well, it's a scientific procedure by which you can bring extinct species essentially back from the dead. So it's about going to species that are totally extinct and you thought would be gone from the planet and try to use lab techniques to bring those species back to life.
Wow.
So is this some serious research? Are real scientists working on this?
Well, so Hillary and I are both ecologists, and really where we fit into the conversation about de-extinction is saying, okay, some of the eugeneticists in the lab trying to make this happen, and indeed it is real science. How do you make it happen in a way that would actually work for ecosystems, actually be positive for conservation? So it is interesting because it is actually something that may be real in 10 years or so.
De-extinction. Speaking of Jurassic Park, the San Diego Zoo, as a matter of fact, has what they call the frozen zoo, where they will hold on to DNA of species that are extinct or are going extinct. And Harvard, isn't there a Harvard Center that's working on this, at Harvard University?
That's right. So they're working slowly at trying to make something like a mammoth come back. So they're trying to use an Asian elephant and put in mammoth traits to make something mammoth-like come back to life.
Can you get us one for the Santa Barbara Zoo?
That's right. I kind of like your Asian elephants.
Well, so how do Asian elephants tie into woolly mammoths? How might this work potentially?
So what you have to do is you actually have to find a living female to carry this this sort of mix of old and new, whatever the new thing is you engineer. So you create this new hybrid genome between a mammoth and an Asian elephant, and then you implant it into a female elephant, a female Asian elephant, which is the tricky part. And that brings the thing to term and blurs, at least in theory, blurs this thing that's mammoth-like.
So as an environmental ecologist, somebody that looks at how everything works together, bringing back a species, I think the last place woolly mammoths may have been alive was out here in the Channel Islands, was it? Or not? No, it was like Greenland, but Channel Islands, how many years ago were they out there?
About 12,000 years or thereabouts, and that was a pygmy mammoth. That was a little tiny guy, very huggable.
And they've excavated. I'd really want one of those at the zoo if you could get me one. So talk to me, bringing de-extinction, where do the doctors, McCauley and Young, stand on de-extinction, or how might this work?
Yeah, it depends what evening you catch me on, and Hillary has her own set of opinions, but really, I think there's a lot of strength in doing traditional conservation and saying, well, we know that some species are already at the brink of extinction, some tigers, some rhinos. Maybe because there's limited funds in conservation, we ought to be putting attention there. Because when you're working on bringing a mammoth back, you're not actually bringing a mammoth back, you're bringing something that's a mix of two different things. And I'm not sure that's quite the right thing to do for ecosystems or ecosystem health.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm going to turn this over to your improvisational teammates. Gang, this screams to me something science fiction-y or something Twilight Zone-y or...
Really? It seems super normal to me.
I think you've been in Hollywood too long. So take it away, folks. However, and you're welcome to get more information from Dr. McCauley if you want as well, or just go for it. Up to you.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. Woo! Boy, we really brought the room down with that story. What do you guys want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do? Like a soap opera?
Let's do a soap opera.
Okay.
All right. Julie, I don't know why you're so resistant to this. We just want to put in some different DNA into you.
And I have a terrible feeling. You know how I get those terrible feelings. This is the most terrible of them all, that something will go wrong.
What could go wrong besides? Dr. Charmington is going to be doing the procedure.
Not him. Anybody but him.
Oh. Dr. Charmington is the most well-known doctor to put the embryo of something that was made in a lab and something that's been extinct into you. I don't see what kind of problem you would have with that.
Good evening, ladies.
Oh, Dr. Charmington.
Ladies, I just came by to freshen my drink here in the laboratory.
Let me get you some vodka out of this beaker.
Thank you. I'd love some. Did you tell her?
I tried. She's resistant.
Hello. I'm not sure we've met. I'm Dr. Charmington.
Dr. Charmington, we've met several times. You never remember me.
What is your name?
It's Julie.
Jolie.
Julie, yes.
Julie Johansson.
Julie Johansson.
Yes.
Oh, so are you Scandinavian? I'm
Yeah.
just making small talk.
Enough of the niceties.
Let go of my arm. You're hurting my...
Enough with the niceties. You know that I want to have a new sort of breed of baby, and the only way that I can get it is if you implant some weird laboratory DNA into her that's been mixed with something that's almost extinct.
This is crazy. This is crazy. What you're asking me to do isn't human. Normally we take a pygmy mammoth and we put it in the belly of an Indian
That's
elephant.
what I want.
I know.
I want a pygmy mammoth baby.
I know, but she's gonna have to carry it for you.
Charmington, get this for me. I am the most powerful woman in town.
I know, Doctor.
Oh, I'm a doctor too.
Yes.
Why am I not doing this procedure?
That's exactly what I wanted to ask.
Forget all the time.
Jolie, what are you doing? Now look.
Jolie!
Now all we're going to do is inject you with this DNA of a pygmy mammoth from the Channel Islands.
Why are we wasting time on this type of science when we should be looking into famine relief and ecosystem?
How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you raise the specter of famine relief when we're on the cutting edge of pygmy mammoth gestation?
But couldn't you use your skills for something that everyone could benefit from?
What?
You mean the conservation of species that are almost extinct but not quite?
Yes.
Oh, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that?
My God, she's right.
Please.
You know, I wasn't born with a moral compass. And I've always relied on people like you to set me straight.
Charmington, what's going on here?
I think he's fallen in love.
How dare you? Even though my husband's here in the room, how dare you?
What are you doing back there? What a giant chair with a microphone. What sort of nerve he has. Oh, Douglas.
Look.
All right. Yes.
Look.
Go ahead. Ladies, please, please.
We've got the DNA. Maybe we could put it in something else.
You mean your husband?
Yes!
You're right.
That's
After
nice.
all, it's worth a shot.
I'm sorry,
And
honey.
blackout! Ladies and gentlemen, Jo McGinley, Kelly Bashar, Holden, Stephen Kearin, and Dr. Douglas McCauley in his improvisational comedy debut.